Like driving a T-post in the ground.
What was that?
Like driving a T-post into the ground.
Yeah. What's really fun is whenever you go down like 10 feet with one of these things, and you have this thing being like 15 feet long, and you're trying to like move this thing around.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It weighs like 80 pounds with all the extensions on it.
So you see how many strikes it takes to get to the next mark.
Yep.
That's softer, isn't it?
Yeah, the top stuff's kind of dry, so it's a lot harder. But I mean, it's still getting your numbers. So
What was that number? What was that count?
I had a 10, an 8, and a 9.
So what is that? What do you? Now that doesn't correspond to anything that we would understand until they put it on paper, right?
Yeah, and there's a...
It's how many hits. That's what we know. It took 12 on the top. It was
Right.
what? How
And
many?
25.
25, and this one took how many?
There was a 10, an 8, and a 9.
17 and 27. 10, 8,
No,
9, 17.
no, you don't add them up.
Oh.
It's to drive down the distance, it took 10 blows.
Right.
Over there, where it's a little harder, it took 20, 25 blows.
Okay.
But there's a...
We do 3 increments for each depth, but if we get to 25, then we just stop at that depth and then go down to the next one. So that was like the first one I went 25, and the second one I had the 10 and the 9 and the 8.
So and then back at the office, there's a relationship where they go between the number of blows and the bearing capacity of
But you may well be into virgin ground at this point.
Well, not yet, because it's not.
Oh, it's the fill. Okay.
It's not coming out.
So depending, you're going down a third time just because you expect to see a lesser result than you had at the top.
No, the test is you measure at the surface and then 1 foot increments down to 3 feet depth.
Yeah.
Did you do the same over there, or you stopped?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got down to 3 feet over there.
Oh, you did. Did that get more or less as it went down?
It was about, the top was hard just because it's dry, and then the middle was about the same, and then at 3 feet I hit the virgin ground and I got 25 plus, so
Okay.
it was really hard.
But that's why there's an advantage to compact the existing grade before we add any fill to it.
Now that was just to get it started, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
just so it's not like,
Okay.
you want to get the cone actually in the ground so you're not having low numbers at the beginning when you're
Right.
putting it in.
And you can see incremental marks there, and they're about what, an inch away from each other?
Inch and a half.
Inch and a half. Okay.
Or is it a tenth?
But really, if you have one of these on site, you could pretty much determine,
Yeah,
not certified,
no, the roller, that roller, that guy
Yeah.
operating it, if it gets to that where placing it it's not, you can go by the roller. The sheep's foot roller will make indent. If it's real soft, it'll be rolling it and the foot. If it goes over it a bunch of times and it's only an indent of about an inch or so, then you know. So this gets us a quantitative measurement and an autograph. We can tell by the roller whether we're doing it right.
So that was about an 8 and a 9 so far?
It was an 8 and an 8.
Okay.
One too deep
Yeah.
on that one.
So again, going 8 to get the 1.5 inches implies an approximate what?
That's probably like 1,800 psi.
Okay. All right. And you need about 2,000 to 2,500?
That was the 3-foot one?
That was 2.
Okay.
Oh. Well, we're going down further.
Now this hand auger is 4 feet tall, so about here-ish is 3 feet.
So you're saying you know the results before?
We know approximately, we should know the answer before we calculate